The number one driver of long-term organizational success is the team leader. My name is Chance. I am a management consultant with Big Skyway Leadership College, and I want to talk to you a little bit about our upcoming Advanced Holistic Leadership Certificate program. And when I talk about leadership, there's lots of different frameworks and a lot of different applications to leadership. I'm referring to team leadership. So whether you're a CEO or a frontline supervisor, your ability and skill to lead a team of people is where I'm coming from. And my definition for that is your ability to influence and mobilize others to accomplish common objectives. That means, can we get the work done? Can we get the crop in the ground and harvest that crop so we have food for the fall? So it's a production component. And the other part of it is that making others better as a result of your presence and making sure that lasts in your absence. So there's this human quality to it. So there's a yin yang. Are we getting the work done, and are we growing and working together as a team? So two parts to it. I want to share with you the common problems that I see and hear about in our consultation and our work with clients that relate to team leadership. One of the problems is technical versus leadership skill. Two different skills. Just because I'm a great technician, I'm a great auditor, I'm a great actuarial, I'm a great attorney, I'm a great welder, doesn't mean I'm going to be a great team leader. Two very different skills. And we see this a lot. You're a great welder, let's give you a team of 6, right? Two very different skills. So I see that problem come up a lot. Two, reference. A lot of us refer our leadership practice based on people we've worked for in the past, right? Our coaches, our parents, our business leaders, but they aren't always very skilled at it either. And so I'm referring and using them as my framework for what good leadership looks like. And a lot of times they're not great at it. So that doesn't help. Another problem is, education. When I went to university, I learned some theoretical framework, but I really didn't learn the skills of leading. And so to supplement that, we read books. But there's so many books on leadership. One book tells me to be a servant, be a kind person. Another book tells me to drive results and drive performance. Another book says, express humility. Another book says, be charismatic. It just gets confusing. There's so much content out there. It doesn't integrate well, and it kind of leaves me confused. Another problem with why we don't have more effective team leadership is shifting workplace expectations. A lot's changed. It's not 1950 anymore. At about the turn of the century, we're starting to see people say, it's not just about pay anymore. It's also about what's my cause? What's the purpose of working here? It's not just about satisfaction. It's also about how do I grow in this place? It's not just about once a year annual reviews. It's about ongoing conversations. It's not just about my job. It's about my life. And so we just don't understand these shifting workplace expectations. Another problem with why we're not very effective at team leadership is no one's been reading the research. There's a lot of really good, clean research out there that shows us the path. We just aren't aware of it and we don't know how to apply it. And this is the big one for me. This is probably the largest factor in why we struggle with team leaders is unidimensionality, right? So this gets into our personality, our paradigms, our neural architecture. If I have a tendency and a preference for supportiveness and collaboration and humility, that's great, but if I get stuck in my comfort zone, I'm probably not very skilled or I'm not comfortable showing command, driving results, finding problems. And so when we're stuck in our comfort zone, we're only seeing part of the problem, part of the situation. We don't have all the tools. So we need to get out of being unidimensional. We have to have a broader, more holistic framework. So our solution really is holistic leadership. So let me read real quick what we mean by holistic leadership. It's an approach that emphasizes and integrates the many aspects of the organization and individual. Instead of compartmentalizing, it recognizes and honors system complexities. We live in a constant position of relation and context. Every choice or action has influence on another part of the system. It's impossible to absolutely separate from the whole. Holistic leadership asks us to keep perspective of the system, gain self and social awareness, manage the situation whilst honoring and anchoring to your starting point. So really what we're doing here is we're teaching folks how to develop more awareness of what does the fullness of team leadership look like. And then we're making choices. Once I'm aware of what that situation's asking for, I have a choice, right? What does this situation ask of me? What does this person ask of me? I have options there I need to choose from because there's lots of options. And then the tools, this is where we drive it home. Once we start to identify what the situation needs or what the person needs or what I need, we start looking at little one-page tools, and I'll talk about this in another video. For example, if I'm recognizing that in our team, we don't have enough stability, there's not enough reliability, right? There's a little bit too much chaos. We start to look at tools like meetings, meeting scripts. We start to look at change management, right? We have too many things going on. We keep changing things. We need to clarify that so it's super clear for everybody. If, for example, we see the situation needs more results, we're just not getting the bottom line, we're not getting done what needs to get done, we start looking at one-on-one performance scripts. How do we talk about what performance looks like, what success looks like? Or at the business level, we start looking at KPIs, right? What is the financially, what do we need to achieve? Or operationally, we start looking at metrics so we know what success looks like, and that gets us towards results. The point is, we can start to step back, have awareness, choose where we need to be, and identify tools that are going to actually help us get there. The point to this holistic leadership is it's not me stuck in my own comfort zone doing the same thing that I've done before. I'm not being challenged by being stuck in my technical skills. I'm not referring to what my previous bosses did. I'm for the first time looking at a body of research that has holism to it. I'm aware of that, I'm making choices, and I'm using tools to help me be more effective and be a more effective leader. Okay, there's some more videos to come, but this gives you a little framework of where we're starting at in that philosophical side of what we mean by holistic leadership.